Heidi, and you're visiting Yes Yoga Systems, and today we're going to be working with the playground ball. So grab your playground ball, something that's not too hard. You'll find size makes a difference, so see that you get the one that you like, and I have other videos that I've kind of talked a little bit more about that. And we are going to do some wonderful twists. This is one of my favorite ways to teach you. And again, you can use blocks, balls, blankets, or nothing at all to do a twist, but this is special, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's begin. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about as we embark in our twists is I'm pretty careful about trying to keep the pelvis moving with the spine, and I'll show you as one unit, instead of trying to flare out the sacroiliac joint, the sacrum, and the iliac, and overstretch these ligaments along the side, okay, and right here. So if I move the pelvis together, then I avoid that kind of overstretching. With the same thought, though, I want you to find neutral, and I've got many different examples of that in many different videos. So you understand where neutral is. If not, go to another place. And because I want to move right into these twists. But I don't want you to compromise moving the pelvis as one unit by over twisting the spine. Okay? So there are little holes for Raymond that are separating where the nerves come out from the discs, the vertebra, the discs, the spongy gelatinous material between each and every vertebra. And one of the things that I notice in people that are doing twisting in yoga classes is they over twist, and then they begin to compress these holes. They're not in a neutral. They don't take advantage of a good positioning along the spine. The pelvis is either tipped forward or too tilted back, and they end up doing twists and getting themselves in trouble. And if they don't have the mobility in the hamstrings, then they end up just doing what I said, making the twist happen from flaring out the ilium. Okay, so let's see how it looks, and let's just work together. And that is, we're going to take our ball, and I'm going to show you with my back first so you can see where the ball goes. We're not going to use that ball right now. I'm going to place it in right between my sitting bones. And because the sitting bones are lower than the tailbone for most of us, it's a perfect place to let the ball sit. You don't want to put any pressure on the coccyx or the tailbone, but for 99.9% of us, the sitting bones are longer. And if you feel any pressure on the tailbone, then discontinue, okay? Because we have elevation, then we are going to find that it helps create space and elongation in the whole torso, as opposed to if I sit on the ground, I'm already in, for my body, what I call flexion. And especially if I have tight hamstrings, it's going to pull the pelvis under. So I feel that I can alleviate a lot of that immediately if I'm sitting on this ball. And again, you're going to find that spot that works just perfectly for you, all right? You can have a block or a chair or a wall close by. And we're going to just start by bending one knee. So I'm going to give you an example. The ball is so beautiful, and now it rolls over onto the other buttocks. You see the way it accommodates my movement. And I'm going to start, adjust, and find that rotation. So the whole pelvis now, as I talked about, is moving as one unit. I'm not over twisting the lower back, but just right. I'm using my arm around my knee to get elevation and lengthen my spine. I'm releasing my head, not over twisting my neck, and I'm breathing, using my hand to support myself. You could even use a block if you needed the height. All right, and then rotating. Taking a breath, just breathing. Inhale, wait. That's what the activity is. And exhale, rotate. Broaden the shoulders, release the neck and head, and breathe. And then come So I cheated a little bit. Before I started doing this particular twist, I actually was rolling on my ball. I showed you how to do some nice integration movements, finding neutral, doing some twists with the ball for support. So my spine is warmed up and I'm ready to go. All right, the same thing. So here it's centered. I'm going to allow the ball to roll over to the opposite cheek. Just gives me a lovely, lovely motion. It allows my whole pelvis to move around comfortably, different than any block that you might try or blanket. It's wonderful. Okay, and I'm going to slowly, not over twist. I notice often that people really jam their neck, so keep it in between the chest. Use my elbow around my knee, nice and tall. Using my breath, I'm going to inhale and wait, the expansion of the breath and diaphragm and movement. And then I'm going to exhale, and I'm slowly going to, I often say, pick up the slack. Inhale, wait, and exhale. Not too much, just enough. Inhale, wait, and exhale. Beautiful. So the knee is bent, it can be farther or closer into I like in the center of my thigh. I like the rotation to happen as the pelvis moves in one unit. The support of my shoulders and arms. And then come back. Okay? A variation of that movement is to do a backstroke with the bent knee, leg, and arm. Take the opposite arm, nice and long. Once again, adjust the ball, see if it can give you enough stability. You have a wall if you feel a little fussy or tipsy at first, but you'll get used to it. It's really fun. Taking your other hand, bringing it around. Okay, watch, move out the belly if it's in the way. And gently bring the knee in towards the chest and towards the center. Broaden your shoulders. Sometimes I like to place my toes down in heels, close to the buttocks or farther away in the center of the thigh, and breathe. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. Wait. And exhaling. Drop the shoulders, don't over twist the neck. Activate the leg that's on the ground if you'd like. Find the weight of the feet. Use your breath. Be curious. Putting your body in the best position, the safest, and then moving deeper. Softening your eyes, maybe even closing them, and breathing. All right, and slowly come out. Taking your time, feeling a moment. Okay? Noticing, even when you sit, how wonderful it is to have that ball help you elevate and support your whole torso by the sitting bones. And we're not going to do a full forward bend, but after I do twists, I do like to kind of erase the movement, lean forward. Again, if you have tight hamstrings, you can bend your knees. Figure out how the ball supports you and just play with it. And then gently do a forward bend. Lengthening, moving from the hip sockets. Watching when you start to round, deciding if that's where you'd like to go, or staying upward, more in a neutral position. Taking a breath, diving in. So much to play with right here. Many, many things. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining me. And I have different segments that are part of larger sequences. So come on over to my website, Yes Yoga Systems. There are classes that we can do together, Zoom online, so I can watch you and you can watch me. And we can refine some of the poses and find the delight in each and every moment. Thank you very much. Come visit.